Welcome to Eau Claire, Wisconsin. My name is Terry Biddle. We are at Awards and More. It's a company that has been around since 1976. We have 5 lasers. We do laser engraving, probably just like you do. We specialize in laser engraving plaques from 5 by 7 up to 10 feet by 5 feet. And one of the biggest problems that has come up in the last 5 or 6 years is that when we laser engrave different types of wood, we've had trouble with the clarity of the wood, so we have come up with a way of allowing to easily and very economically darken the text, and I'd like to share that with you today. Before you laser engrave the plaque on any laser, you must use application tape and use a squeegee to put it on. Put it inside your laser and engrave your logo or image. Use the same settings that you normally would do in any other laser engraving process. After removing the plaque from the laser, we use the laser dark to gently spray back and forth on the plaque. We then let the plaque dry for between 1 and 3 minutes, depending on the temperature and humidity in your plant. Take a can of clear coat and spray in the areas that were just laser engraved, concentrating on the areas where you have the logo or text. After letting the clear coat dry for between 2 and 5 minutes, of course keep in mind again that the time to dry may be affected by the humidity and temperature of your plant. Just remove the application tape by pulling off. I'm sure many of you have done this before. We like using a squeegee to get rid of what's left, just like you see here. And you're all ready to go. If you're not sure if the laser dark is going to be dark enough, in other words, if you're going to spray more on versus less, we simply take a plaque, we put a piece of tape on it, we'll spray it with laser dark. We do not clear coat it, but after spraying it with the laser dark, we just peel this off. You then notice, and you can show this to your customer, that it's definitely going to be dark enough. And then to clean it up, of course, in a well-ventilated area, just take alcohol and wipe it off. Now keep in mind as you're doing this, make sure you don't use keep in mind that you don't use the clear coat, because of course it will set it. Your plaque just as good as new, and it can be used on that date or a different date. Same thing applies towards maple and walnut. If we're not sure, we will take this, we will spray it, show it to the customer as we tear this off. If he's satisfied and you're satisfied, and just clean it up. Now, here is an actual plaque that we've done. This here is maple, hard maple. It's a little bit dark, but it is not cherry, it is maple. And one of the problems that we have a lot is with maple. We just show here that we lasered it all, we had covered this part up and did not put laser dark onto it. This part we did. You'll notice the difference. One is sellable, this is not even readable, so of course it's definitely not sellable. Now here's a plaque, it's oak. We laser engrave a lot of oak, which is probably #1 in our plant, and with maple walnut, like you see, I'll show you later, is #2. But for years we had a lot of trouble with trying to get the darkness to be consistent. We wanted the grain to come through, so we couldn't use paint. Plus when you use paint, it'll start going into the pores and it just ruins the whole board. So when we developed laser dark, we simply sprayed it on there using the process we explained earlier, where we use the tape. And you can see the difference between using laser dark and without laser dark. Is this sellable? I would think not. It is just plain terrible. We use laser dark in everything that we manufacture now, from walnut and birch to solid oak, as we showed you, as well as cherry. You're not limited to any size of plaques. The one that we're showing you right here is a plaque that's 20 by 30. Had we used the old process without the laser dark and engraved that, it would be almost unreadable. As you can see here, even the small text, which is about a ½ inch tall, stands out just perfectly.